Was there ever a time where you were like, I don't want to do this anymore. I can't do this anymore. Why does like I bet you had a million different roadblocks. And what motivated you to get through all of those?
Yeah, the roadblocks were tons of roadblocks. I laugh now, but it wasn't easy at that time. There were many times I cried. There were many times I felt I needed to, like, there were challenges along the way. First of all, like the challenge of, first of all, when initially when I was had to do the family medicine program, my heart wasn't in that at that time. Looking back now, I love the fact that I did that because it actually opened my mind to know how to deal with families and practice all my skills as a family physician has really been helpful. But at the time, I really did not want to. But my husband kept pushing me and said, you can do this. It's a stepping stone to what you really want to do. All those challenges come up, and sometimes you're like, do I give up? And then also seeing your patients and not knowing what else can I do for them, because the services or the support systems are not available in the country, or they don't have the funds for that. And having to tell them that, unfortunately, this is as much as I can offer you as a PM&R physician, because this is where, unfortunately, we find ourselves.
So, Abina, I'm wondering, as you've gone through this journey, all the hard work and the obstacles and, the people working against you, the angst, is there a point, or are there a few points where you say, oh, this is worth it? Or are you still waiting for that point?
No, I think that there have been several instances. I think the first one, which really warms my heart, was one of the very first patients. It was a 3-year-old girl who had, I've forgotten the condition, but yeah, she had a disability, and at the time it was like first child for the mother. She was so frustrated, and we went through the journey, and I really supported her. Now, 5 years later, I've forgotten about them. I get a text message. I don't even remember the patient, and the mom says, hello, Dr. Abena. You saw my daughter 5 years ago, and I just wanted to say thank you again. She's doing so well. She's in school. And I was like, wow, like people still remember.
5 years later.
Yes.
Yeah.
And she's so appreciative, and she still remembers the care I provided. And there are quite a lot more who have become like lifelong friends. So I have one businessman who had a stroke. I started seeing him the third day after he had the stroke, was not walking, was not talking, nothing. Like, he was really depressed because he was a very successful businessman. And now he's walking. After a year, he's back to work, and he and his wife have become like very close family friends to us because they are so appreciative. They are so excited about the care they received from us. I've had others. There's another woman who takes me now as her daughter because she had this back pain, and through the exercises and everything, and she had like been to a lot of physicians, and it was always just medications, pain medications. And when she came and I explained everything to her, she started all the exercises and the rehab and everything, and now she's able to walk well, because she used to complain that her grandkids didn't want to go out with her because she kept having to stop to sit down and couldn't play with them. And in Ghana, like I mentioned, we put kids on our backs, and she couldn't do that. And it's a big thing, huge thing for grandmothers. And now she can do that, and she's constantly calling me. And every Christmas, she would bring a hamper and things like that. And she's even much better, but she still reaches out and is there for me. And so many, some have become really very close to me. So there have been several periods where I've smiled. I think sometimes I forget about those success stories when the challenges come, but that's also word of advice. Let's focus on, if you want to do something, sometimes just maybe I should start recording them or writing them down so I can go back to read during those down periods.
And
Of
write
the
a book
journey.
sometime.
Yeah, in all your free time, right? But it's like quality of life. You let a kid be a kid through your care, who goes to school and plays with his kids and learns. You let a banker be a banker who they're passionate about, and then you let a grandma be a grandma with a kid on their back, and
That's rehab medicine at its best.